You probably clicked on this video because the thumbnail whispered a truth you've always suspected. That women don't always say "I love you" the way you wish they would. That their real feelings are hidden, not in their words, but in their silences, their sideways glances, their sudden quiet when you mention someone else. Before we go any further, I want you to pause. Seriously, stop scrolling, take a breath, and ask yourself this. Have you ever had a woman treat you like you mattered deeply, but she never actually said it? She never said, "I'm falling for you," but she looked at you like she already had. If that ever happened to you, I want you to do something bold, something honest. Comment the words, "She never said it, but I felt it." Because you're not crazy, you're not imagining things, and you're definitely not alone. This video is for the men who feel deeply but never show it, for the ones who've stayed calm while their hearts were burning, for those who've been confused by women's signals, but curious enough to learn instead of blame. In this video, I'll reveal 5 powerful secrets women unconsciously show only when they're falling in love. Not surface-level signals, not cute texts or emojis. We're talking about deep psychology, body language, emotional contradiction, the unspoken language of love that most men never notice, but you will after today. Because love doesn't always shout. Sometimes it whispers. Let's listen. Oh, and before we continue, I've got something special for you. A free ebook, The Female Mind Control Handbook. It reveals the hidden secrets to making any woman crave you. Grab it now, link in the description or pinned comment. 1. The letter she never sends. Soft surrender. Imagine a letter she writes to you, but never sends. It begins like this. I don't know when it happened, but one day I stopped analyzing you. I stopped testing your words, stopped preparing an exit plan. I began trusting your silence more than others' promises. When a woman is falling in love, she begins to surrender emotionally, but not in the way most men expect. She doesn't kneel, she doesn't confess, she doesn't even say, "I love you." She lets go. She lets go of control, of fear, of needing to impress you. You'll notice she no longer dresses up every time you meet. She'll show you her mess, her bad moods, her unfiltered truth. Most men miss this because they're waiting for the words. But love speaks in surrender, not speeches. Body language clue. She leans in when she's vulnerable, not when she's trying to impress. Her shoulders relax around you like she's exhaling. Stoic insight. Seneca wrote, "He is most powerful who has himself in his own power." When a woman gives you her unfiltered self, it's because she trusts that you won't use her softness against her. It's not weakness. It's one of the deepest expressions of real love. The soft surrender. 2. The puzzle piece that doesn't fit. Emotional tests. Let's break this one down, scientifically and behaviorally. When a woman starts falling for you, she will test you emotionally, not because she's cruel, but because she needs to know something deeper than words can say. Can you handle her truth without flinching? These tests are rarely direct. She might cancel plans last minute, just to see your reaction. She might tease you about another guy, just to watch your composure. She might open up about her past, then go silent, just to see if you'll chase or retreat. Why? Because love makes her vulnerable, and vulnerability triggers fear. Subconsciously, she's asking, are you stable enough to handle the parts of me I've been taught to hide? Verbal cue. She says things like, you probably think I'm too much, or most guys would have left by now. That's not just doubt, that's a test. Psychological link. This is rooted in attachment theory. Anxious, preoccupied women test security by creating micro-conflicts. Avoidant women test consistency through silence. Stoic response. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. In these moments, don't react. Respond. Not with anger, not with anxiety, but with grounded calm. Because when you pass these emotional tests, not by pleasing her, but by staying centered, you become her safe place. And that, my friend, is when she starts falling deeply. 3. The mirror of admiration. Hidden praise. If you pay close attention, love hides in her compliments. But not the obvious ones, not you're handsome or you're funny. Those are easy. Real love shows in the way she mirrors your values. She starts quoting your beliefs in conversations. She picks up your phrases. She brags about your discipline to her friends. She tells people, he just sees the world differently. She's not just admiring you, she's integrating you into her worldview. Subconscious gesture. She begins adjusting her routines to match yours. Sleeping earlier if you wake up early. Reading because you do. Journaling because you mentioned it once. Emotional contradiction. Even when she disagrees with you, she does so with curiosity, not combat. Why? Because she's not fighting to win. She's trying to understand you, because you matter more than her ego. Deeper need. Psychologically, this comes from a feminine instinct to bond through admiration. It's not just physical attraction, it's identity merging. Stoic perspective. The Stoics speak of virtue as the only true good. When a woman sees your discipline, your vision, your consistency, and honors it, she's not falling for your face, she's falling for your character. 4. The flame behind her eyes. Subtle jealousy. Let me tell you a quick story. There's a man named Eli, quiet, thoughtful, a Stoic in modern skin. He meets a woman, let's call her Mira, smart, playful, emotionally careful. They date casually for weeks. Then one night, Mira sees Eli laughing with another woman at a cafe. Just laughter, nothing more. That night, Mira sends a strange message. Hope you had fun at your little coffee date. She doesn't confront, she doesn't confess. But something cracked. That crack is subtle jealousy, and it only shows when her heart's at stake. Behavioral clues. She randomly brings up other women you've talked about. She asks, do you still talk to your ex? With a half smile. She goes quiet when you mention another woman's name. Most men ignore this as drama, but it's not drama. It's data. Why? Because jealousy is a mirror emotion. We only feel it when someone has power over our emotions. Stoic observation. The goal is not to manipulate this emotion, but to understand it. Epictetus said, we are disturbed not by things, but by the views which we take of them. When a woman gets subtly jealous, she's viewing you as hers, even if she hasn't said it. That's not control, it's a revelation. Handle it with calm awareness, not pride, not punishment, because when love arrives, it often comes with shadows, and jealousy is one of them. 5. The fear she can't name, fear of loss. Here's a paradox you must understand. When a woman starts fearing your absence more than she desires your presence, she's already in deep. This fear rarely looks like panic. It shows up in tiny, tender signals. She double-checks your flight time. She texts, let me know when you get home safe. She says, I don't know why, but I just missed you out of nowhere. She doesn't say, I love you. She says, be careful. She says, where were you? She says, I had a dream you left. These aren't just words. They're the soul's way of saying, I've imagined life without you, and I didn't like the picture. Attachment psychology. This is rooted in secure bonding. When love deepens, the fear of disconnection becomes real. Stoic principle at play. Control over emotions is not suppression, it's awareness. When you see this fear, don't dismiss it, don't mock it, just hold space. Because in that space, she's not just a woman trying to keep you, she's someone who's already given you a piece of her soul, and is terrified of losing what she can't control. Love, my brother, is rarely rational, but it always tells the truth, if you're patient enough to listen. Now you know the secrets, not the kind written in books or taught in courses, but the ones hidden in glances, gestures, contradictions, and silence. If you notice these signs, don't take them lightly. She may not say, "I love you," but her soul already did. And if you're a man walking through this world with quiet strength, deep insight, and grounded masculinity, then you've earned the right to see what most miss, if you've ever felt a woman love you through the things she didn't say. Comment the word "seen" below. Let others know they're not alone. Like this video if it spoke to your experience. Subscribe for more grounded Stoic psychology for modern men, and share this with a friend who needs to hear this. Because love is quiet, but it's never invisible. Until next time, stay calm, stay clear, stay grounded. This is Stoicism for the modern heart.